Welcome to the Shift Your Reality podcast. I'm Kubra, a spiritual artist, intuitive astrologer, and coach. I channel paintings that help you hold space for your emotions, navigate them, and reconnect with your self-worth. Join me on this journey to self-actualization and discover the power within. Hello everyone, welcome to the Shift Your Reality podcast. We are again here with another amazing woman who is gonna inspire you in your journey. So today we have beautiful Jabu Msomi, and she's gonna share a lot of wisdom and expertise with us. But before, let me greet her. And hello Jabu, how are you today?
Hello, Kubra. I am fine. I'm very well, thank you. And how are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's a pleasure to have you here today. And could you please share with us who you are, what you do with your own words?
Thank you so much, Kubra. I really appreciate this opportunity. And I'd like to say to you again, thank you. And thank you to the team for having me. And as I come through, I carry, all the women in South Africa and the youth so that's the people that I usually work with and that are close, I hold close to my heart, and I actually bring all the South Africans, to this beautiful and amazing work you are doing. I'm Jabu Msomi, as you have alluded. I was born in the village of Gwanyuswa in Bothasel in South Africa, and I later went through training to be a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, and then I qualified as an NLP practitioner and a life coach. That actually transformed my life, and I felt then that I was ready to go ahead and actually empower other people and help them to unleash their potential and change their own lives.
Yeah, I love that, because unleashing your potential, those two words are kind of grabbing my attention all the time. And I'm so excited to go through the questions. If there is anything else you'd like to add before, please do it now.
No, I'm good. I think we can proceed. Thank you.
Let's start. So, what inspired you to become an NLP life coach?
So, first and foremost, Kupra, I wanted to be the life coach that I never had when I was, a young girl. Obviously growing in a village, especially disadvantaged communities. And when my mom gave birth to me, she was actually a teenager, very young. So I grew, alongside my grandmother, and obviously she was, helping me to grow based on the values, that the society holds. And she was illiterate, but she was actually amazing, to support me grow as a girl and be inspired. But there were limitations into how was I going to bridge this gap, because I think naturally I was born as somebody that was very ambitious, and I saw my future as bright, irrespective of the adversities. And so later I realized that based on my adversities as a girl growing in a village in South Africa, and the struggles I experienced when I was in high school, university, and as a girl, and later as I got married, and it was not easy. So I realized that, it started with me. I needed to get help and get support to understand who am I, and then to go through training, of mindfulness, of understanding myself and loving myself enough that, I can be able to pour and support the next person. So basically, that's what it is. Maybe just to add to say, naturally, I'm a very nurturing person, and I love people so much. And I believe that each and every person has something to offer, and each and every person mostly can achieve everything and anything if they put their mind to it and if they get support. So basically, that's what it is.
Wow, totally agree with what you say, because I believe that we have many different opportunities, and they are not all the time the things that we want. But if we focus on something and if we keep walking through it at the different layers, let's say, energetically and physically. So from the feminine aspect and masculine aspect, finally we find ourselves in a place that we really feel, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. And I think you're one of those people.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I just want to add that actually NLP was actually a journey to the freedom that I've always, aspired, and the freedom that I've always, said one day I want to be this free person, free to speak my mind and free to achieve anything. Even the sky is no longer the limit. So I really agree with you, Kupra.
No, thank you. And yeah, this is why I love this platform, especially not just because of the perspective you say, but I also value that having opposite beliefs, like we don't have to agree on everything. So this is why I always try to remind of my guests, you're very welcome to whatever your minds or beliefs are speaking to you. And you shouldn't be thinking of if I'm agree as the host or as the platform.
Yes.
What I think shouldn't be important. Well, of course it is important, but in that manner. So it's a great value to be able to do that with people like yourself. So shall we proceed to second question?
Sure, no problem.
Okay. Based on your experience, how important is it for people to find and understand their purpose in life?
Yeah, I don't know where to even begin. Okay, so I'll start by a story and say in 2020, in 2016 rather, right? I joined this global corporate company, and I think one day, our executive leader, informed us that as a team we were going to go on a journey to find our own personal purposes. So we were going to go on a 2-day workshop, and coming out of that, it was very clear that my own purpose was to travel the world to help other people thrive. And we even shortened it to say travel for thrive. So just to make an example, we were a team of maybe 10 members, and all of us now, I'd say 8 years down the line, we are actually living, our purposes in life. Some said what they wanted to relocate to German, and all sorts of things that we shared as a team. But the point is, when you find your purpose and when you understand your purpose, you get like a clear direction and a compass of your life. And what we need to understand is that it's not going to be a straight line, but what helps is the fact that now you know where you're going, based on your personality, your attributes, even even your experiences, good or bad, all of these things, they make who you are, and these are the things that will help you to achieve your very purpose. Just to share that currently I'm working with another coach, and we have put together a retreat, a 2-day retreat rather, where we're going to help especially women in leadership to understand their true purpose. Because when you do not understand your purpose, most of the time you feel stuck. You feel like there's still something that you are yearning for, or there's still something that you need to achieve. Sometimes you suffer from imposter syndrome, because you achieve big things, but you feel like I'm still not good enough. So you need that alignment, and that support to say, let's co-create, let's work together, in finding who you really are. So it starts with you. You go inwards, and it involves healing from past traumas. It also includes forgiveness, of self and others, and a whole lot of things. And I tell you, once you land in your purpose, it's so beautiful. It is so beautiful and so fulfilling.
I totally agree with that. That's not in our question list, but I want to ask something. I love
Yes.
adding some small questions. So,
Yeah.
do you think once you focus on your purpose and you unleash it, let's say, does it remain like that, or each time when you make it happen, you focus on another purpose? I mean, in general, not the personal, or you can answer at the personal level as well. It's totally up to you.
I actually like that question, Cobra. Sorry to interject. Are you okay for
Oh,
me to
okay.
proceed?
Let's
Yeah.
talk. Yes, please.
So the belief is purpose is where you are meant to be, right? But even when you have arrived where you are meant to be, there's always space for you to grow. And I often say to my clients, that I coach, especially on a one-on-one basis, they say, okay, coach, now you say you have found your purpose. Your purpose statement is travel for thrive. You want to go all over in South Africa, abroad, and help other people. Is that it? Then I say to them, within that, there's still a loss. There's still, space to dig deeper. There's still a lot to discover, and new things, and there's still a lot to unlearn even when you have landed, because life is like that. Life is a journey. So as much as you have actually found your purpose, you still need to polish that purpose, and this, the sky is the limit. It's not even the limit, rather. So as long as we live, and you can go as far as you can, as I say, my purpose statement is to travel the world. I haven't been to many even countries in Africa, so I've landed on my purpose, but it's as wide as I want it to be.
Oh, I loved your purpose, and I would totally go for it. One of my favorite hobbies to travel, like all across the
Yes.
world, and I have a lot of countries to visit. And actually, I have entire continent, South Africa, to go, but hope I can make it sooner. So,
South
thank
Africa, if I may interject. So, South
you.
Africa, you've got me. So, when you're ready, we can make it happen anytime. It's a
Okay,
promise.
deal. You're my contact person. You're my favorite person when once I plan something to South Africa. Thank you.
Sure.
So, shall we proceed to our next question then?
Sure.
So, what motivates you every day to navigate life's challenges and best version of yourself?
Wow. I was just reflecting the other day that, to be somebody that is going through adversities, and to have a life that is not so easy, that alone, actually, one of my mentors would say, you develop a thick skin. So you develop that resistancy, which and resilience, which we really need, because life will always pose challenges and all sorts of things to us, but ours is to know that it's up to us, what we achieve every day, so my desire mostly is to be strong for the next person. I often say I need to be strong so that my daughter will be stronger as a mother, but also for somebody that works with people. Sometimes when I feel down, the very same thing that motivates me is the people around me and the clients saying, "Yay, you're very quiet. What's happening?" So it's actually a challenge for me to grow. And actually, my mantra, one of the mantras, is that I reclaim my crown every day. So every day I tell myself that I'm a queen, and I tell myself that I can and I will. So it's also what motivates us to navigate challenges is a positive mindset. Is a mindset to say you need to distinguish between you and the challenges, and do not embrace the challenges, but embrace the resilience that you have within you.
Oh, wow. I totally love that because I personally know and value that the mindset is how you see things. It's not about how the things are. So by changing your mindset, you kind of change what you expose yourself to. And in my perspective, our emotions are the lenses that shape our world, so how we perceive what we experience, and we can only change those emotions by changing our mindset, and this is how we can create a better world for ourselves, to be honest. So
I really agree. Sorry to interject, and maybe to add something else to say. Hence, in NLP, it's all about refocusing, your emotions and refocusing your thoughts, because equally, our behavior is influenced by our thoughts, right? So if I'm feeding my mind that I am not good enough or I'm not worth it, that's gonna be what I'll achieve at the end of the day. But once I shift my focus and say, hey, I'll do it anyway, I'll do it afraid. There was a writing I saw yesterday saying, even when you're afraid, you must do it, because you're telling the mind that I'm actually above my fears, and I'm above any challenge, and I will pull through.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Jabu. It was wonderful to have a chat with you. And thank you for your contribution to the world and to the channel, to my audience. Before we wrap it up here, is there any final message that you would like to deliver?
Thank you, Kubra. Just in closing, I just want to say to to people out there, it's up to you to make you. You are the author of your life, and you must never define yourself by the challenges you faced. You must never define yourself by what people think of you or see of you, but you have the power within you to achieve even the greatest dreams. I feel like the greatest people that we respect so much in the world, they also started somewhere, and they believed that they could achieve those things. So if you put your mind to it and be positive about it and love yourself before you even love the next person, love yourself, take care of yourself, and even the sky is no longer the limit, and you can be anyone and anything that you wish for. Peace and love, as always.
Thank you so much, Jabu. And all right, everyone, as you know, you can contact Jabu through the links I leave to the show notes. And thank you for listening to us. If you enjoyed the episodes, either this one and the other episodes, please share it with your loved ones, tag us on social media. And as I always say, may love be with you.